Welcome back to another episode of the Nottingham Forest career mode here on FC25, where I haven't recorded this in about a week and a couple days, so I completely forgot where we left off. I know that you just started this save here on the game after completing Leverkusen with a 1 win and a 1 draw, scoring 2 goals, conceding 2 goals, so a 1-0 win, and then a, well, actually, to be fair, was it a 0-0 and then 2? No, it couldn't have been. Oh, no, yeah, no, never mind. It is a 2-0 win and a 0-0 draw. That's right. So we do have West Ham up next. We do have the beginning of the not FA Cup, the Carabao Cup in today's game. We also will have the beginning of our Europa League journey. And at the time of recording this, it's looking likely, well, it's not looking likely. It's a possibility that Ange Postecoglou could be sacked already from Nottingham Forest after a poor start. I don't even think he's won a single game besides the first game he played was against us, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he's won a single game yet in charge of Nottingham Forest. Their big old fat owner is probably looking at himself like an idiot after sacking Nuno for absolutely no reason besides personal hatred. So yeah, now Ainge is doing Ainge things and being awful. He somehow got tied him to a European final. Still don't know how that's happened. And he's actually managed to win the European final, but he's played Man United, so that goes without saying. He should win that one in all honesty. So yeah, here we are, and at the time recording last episode, it was just freshly, pretty much, it was not freshly, but it was looking decent and high hopes for Ainge still, even despite poor performances. And now it's looking like the relationship might be deteriorating already. They have had an international break, and so I guess I took the international break off of recording. Here it is. So enough yapping. We are going to go ahead and simulate through against Exeter. I do kind of want to get far in the Carabao Cup. We will play Arsenal to open up the episode, and then we'll play Fenerbahce in the Europa League, and then we'll see where we go from there. Possibly Sunderland, maybe Newcastle, maybe another European game there. Let's get into it. Now, I obviously didn't want to bring in too many changes. We brought in a right mid from the free agents. We brought in Mokio from a loan deal. We brought in Moss from the youth academy to bring in. We have loaned in Mokio. I believe I have the buy option of 0, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did the loan to buy for 0 whatever at the end of the season, so I think we'll probably end up doing that. However, I do kind of want to bring somebody else in and not necessarily play him, but instead loan him out after, hopefully, if we can. We do have 57 million to spend in this transfer window. We haven't spent a single thing, but here's a guy. I want to bring in Ibrahim MBI from PSG, bring him in and loan him out and let him get some game time somewhere else. So I think that's exactly what we can't do. We can't loan him in because his contract length is too short. If I put the live editor in there, I guess theoretically I just could loan him to the club, but we are just going to go ahead and bring him in for is it going to be 5 million? Surely the board says I can get him for around 3, right? Yeah, so we can go ahead and save a couple million here, bring him in roughly for 3 million, and try to loan him out. And if he does get loaned out, great. If he doesn't, we'll have to play him and develop him that way. He doesn't want to leave eventually here. So let's go ahead and bring him in for that 2.5 million because his contract is obviously expiring, so he's going to get cheaper. We'll pay just over 100K over his market valuation, and we'll bring him in and then hopefully loan him out. And so here's the team going to come out on the field for us against Exeter City. We have Owen I as a striker, Kalia Mwendo at cam, Hutchinson on the left-hand side. We go ahead and put the new youngster in at right mid. We'll let him get some game time for now while he's on a loan list. Let him get some game time here, kind of just kick off his little career a little bit. Singardi and Mokio in that midfield with Zinchenko and Marato as your left back and center back, paired with Milinkovic and Aina from the default starting lineup. And then obviously Sells in net. We will simulate through it. We'll jump in if need be. Hopefully we don't have to. Hopefully the boys can get the job done in the first time. So the first half begins. Say first time without me having to jump in. Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business. And there is the goal. And Kalia Mwendo takes the lead here, breaks that deadlock in the 38th minute. It's 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. And 1-0 it is. And Omari Hutchinson goes ahead and pretty much seals the deal here. A 2-0 lead here, 83rd minute. And that should be us through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And so it will be a 2-0 victory for Nottingham Forest. 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half here. A 2-0 win. We're into the next round of the Carabao Cup. And it is West Ham at home. We will quick sim this game, and it's a 3-2 loss. An 85th minute winner from Souček sees West Ham take all 3 points from Nottingham Forest. And just as quickly as he came in, just as quickly as he'll leave back out, going over to a different club just for a loan, just for this season. And he's going to stay in the Premier League. He will be going over to Wolves over there to spend a season and hopefully develop.
Here, it's Arsenal, and they face Nottingham Forest.
Angers' first game was against Arsenal this season in a 2-0 loss, I believe, to them. I can fact check that real quickly here. That's just sand pouring out. I'm pretty sure we went ahead and beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 on the first game. No, it was actually 3-0. Zubamendi, oh yeah, that's right. That was a Zubamendi wonder show. We scored a spectacular volley off of the corner and then won a header over a 6-foot giant. So yeah, his life at Nottingham Forest kicked off with one of the hardest games he'll play in his entire season if he survives this long, obviously, to play like a Liverpool. If he doesn't, then this would have been his first game of his tenure at Nottingham Forest. It's us versus Arsenal. Heart wants me to say Arsenal win this, but obviously we are Nottingham Forest manager, so we must beat them. And it's going to start off very rough there with a very early chance for Yekeres. We won the header there. Odegaard with a soft header. We're going with the default starting lineup. Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood, Gibbs White in the midfield. And we're going to look to build up from here and get some wins under the belt.
Their performances will be Gaston as our player to watch in this game.
Hudson-Odoi, Anderson, into Chris Wood. Chris Wood now on the ball. Douglas Luiz, Elliot Anderson, Hudson-Odoi into Gibbs White. Gibbs White now back to Hudson, and Hudson-Odoi will put it away. I surely thought he was offside. He wasn't. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, and we're already doing better than what they did in real life against Arsenal. We scored a goal, so there's that. I was for sure he was offside there. I'm assuming Saliba kept him onside, was able to slide it away, and I could have sworn to turn Stadium Shadows off, but apparently we didn't. So hey ho, Seshko. Shout out Ingrid Drench. Oh, their passing is horrible. Ndoi. Chris Wood over the top out wide for Hudson-Odoi. The goal scorer so far. And he'll get a corner out of that. Ben White toe pokes it out. Can we double our lead here? Anderson, can we find a header? Tavernier comes out to punches away. Gibbs White chasing down with Martin Odegaard. He'll actually get it back to Anderson. Was he offside? He was. Anderson didn't move from the corner flag once. You're telling me he couldn't come? Like, he literally stood still. He's literally standing still there. You're telling me you quite literally couldn't move up a little bit closer to attempt to get onside? Hudson-Odoi, Williams out wide for Anderson, and Elliot Anderson crossed in. Elliot Anderson again. Please let that say that was out of bounds first. It was. Okay, I thought Anderson possibly gave away a corner or a goal kick there. All right, second chance here for this corner. Anderson into Murillo, and Murillo makes it 2-0 for Nottingham Forest. We double our lead here over the Arsenal at the Emirates, and a struggling Arsenal passing-wise. Not off to a great start. Who's number 15? Is that Mosqueda? Are they playing Mosqueda as center back instead of Gabriel? I think they might be. Maybe not, because that's actually 15's in the midfield. Who is that? They have Ryan Gravenberg. They signed Ryan Gravenberg from Liverpool. To be honest, I would love that in real life. I really would, but I love Zubamendi, so, and Declan Rice. You're not going to drop Declan Rice, and I love Zubamendi. Here's Ndoi now. I mean, Arsenal are all over the place. Ndoi, fake cross was kind of cleared away by Saliba. Chris Wood into Gibbs. Gibbs out wide for Hudson-Odoi. And Hudson-Odoi against Benjamin White. And Benjamin White will win that one right before I was able to cut back. And that will be halftime. 2-0 up here at the break at the Emirates. Happy days.
The keeper, though, that was a good save.
And Saka surely offside there. Saka was not offside there. Okay, both hands on the controller now. And stopped by Murillo. Can't clear. Oh, they're going to give a penalty for that. They're going to give a penalty for me hitting triangle to clear the ball or to play a pass. That is insane. That's a penalty. And actually, they didn't call it on Murillo. They called it on Anderson. Ooh, I wasn't even controlling. Okay, sure. And so penalty for them to essentially get back into the game here. Victor Yekades, he misses it. The rebound is saved by Sales. Yekades stopped by Milinkovic. Anderson is able to clear it. And Arsenal's woeful day continues there. Chance back into the game late into the second half. Comes closing down, and we are going to get some lucky deflection bounces here. And now Ndoye on the counterattack. Over the top for Chris Wood. He's going to try for the acrobatic. It didn't work out. Martinelli, Gabriel. I mean, they don't have enough time to get back into it. We will win against the Arsenal. It's just whether enough of a consolation goal, and they will not get that. It will be a 2-0 victory for Nottingham Forest. And so this Man City game is actually the next round of the Carabao Cup. So we'll simulate through it and say goodbye to our Carabao Cup journey. Chris Wood takes the lead for Nottingham Forest over Man City. Happy days. In a 1-0 victory, Chris Wood's solo goal is enough for Nottingham Forest to move on to the next round of the Carabao Cup, taking down the Giants of Manchester City. Shh. Don't know how that's happened, but we will take it and we will go with it. It's Burnley at Turf Moor. It's a Chris Wood 88-minute winner. He is on fire. Our Euorpa League journey begins today here against Fenerbahce here at home. We have a slightly rotated side. Mokio starts in the midfield. Amari Hutchinson at cam. We do have Diarwa, or Bakwa, I should say, Bakwa on the right-hand side. Kali Mwendo at striker, I believe. Yes, it's Kali Mwendo at striker as he gets a header off of there. And then we also have, I don't know if I put somebody on the center back. Somebody different than Milinkovic and Murillo. No, I did not. Okay, so Zinchenko at left back. That's what I did defensively. Arzani now on the ball, and Hudson-Odoi steals the ball away, and now in for Kali Mwendo. Can he do anything with it? He doesn't really have support up into now. It's Bakwa down the right-hand side. Amari Hutchinson comes offside. Bakwa across the face of the net for Amari Hutchinson, who's able to toe poke it out for a goal kick. Kali Mwendo out wide for Hudson-Odoi, and Hudson-Odoi now is in behind the defense here, and it's Hudson-Odoi on the left foot, saved out for a corner. Elliot Anderson into the box, into the corner. Murillo with his second header over goal for today's episode. It's 1-0 for Nottingham Forest, and Murillo is our heading beast off of corners, it seems.
Omari Hutchinson.
Hutchinson into Kali Mwendo. Oh, Bakwa, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry, Bakwa. We'll get the ball back out wide, though. And Bakwa now. Cross comes in. Amari Hutchinson. Arzani now. Out wide for Kadu. Kadu down to Toth. Toth block shot by Mokio, but Pesic will get it off of the post. Varga rebound 1-1. That is slightly annoying. They draw level on some pinball action there. Kadu. Toth now on the ball, trying to take the lead right before the break, and Milinkovic goes ahead and slide tackles that out for a corner. Zinchenko, Kali Mwendo, and Kali Mwendo! That is a beautiful curler. Nottingham Forest 2, Fenerbahce 1. And Kali Mwendo has his first goal in the Euorpa League at Night Lights. Alioni is going to come on for Kali Mwendo because we don't really play him too much, and we don't want to have that transfer or terminate thing pop up for any of our players. And if they do pop up, I will use the live editor to instantly loan them out and then instantly recall them, because that little unexpected event is just too aggressive and too unrealistic. You're not going to isolate a player and not allow them to play. Omari Hutchinson gets a corner. Anderson onset corner. It won't be Murillo there. It'll be Alioni, but it'll go out for another corner. Can we find Modelo this time? Anderson, the answer is no. It's Euorpa. His first actual touch of the day is a third goal. And Nottingham Forest is starting to peel away here from Ferencvaros. I know I'm mispronouncing their name, but look at their name. How the hell do you pronounce that? Gives right. Cross in. Amioni for his second of the day, and it will be his second of the day. 4-1 for Nottingham Forest. It's his second coming off of the bench. And a 4-1 victory here in our first Europa League game. It's a good way to kick off our European campaign here on the save.
They're in a great position.
Is the last game of the episode. It is Nottingham Forest versus newly promoted Sunderland, who of the three teams are the only team at the moment in this save outside that relegation zone. Now they are sitting 16th, but Burnley and Leeds United are both in the relegation zone, so there's that. Ndoye down the right hand side. Ndoye crossed in. Can Wood head that? He cannot. Gives White. Out wide for Hudson-Odoi. And Hudson-Odoi cross comes in, back post. Chris Wood headed away. Not headed away, but headed down, and roast with the great save out for a corner. Hudson. Douglas. Anya into Ndoye. And Ndoye now cross in. Chris Wood. Header, second ball. Tree saves it, clears it. Anderson gives White. Hudson-Odoi. Chris Wood into Ndoye, just a little bit too ahead of him. Ndoye now down the right hand side. Cross comes in. Gibbs White off target. Halftime 0-0. Robbery. Leffe. Sunderland 1. Nottingham Forest 0. Gibbs White. Hudson-Odoi. Chris Wood is there. He wasn't there. Second ball. Hudson-Odoi down to Anderson. Into Chris Wood and out of Ete. And that's going to be game over. We are going to lose to Sunderland 1-0 here at home at the City Ground. And so we will end the episode sitting in 6th after the first 6 games. 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. Our next game up when we start tomorrow's episode is against Newcastle, who's sitting in 16th. They are struggling as well as we are. Crystal Palace are winless, as well as Burnley are winless. And then Leeds United are sitting in that final relegation zone at the moment. Our next couple games, we have Braga in the Europa League. We have Newcastle and Chelsea in the Premier League. Then Bournemouth as well. After that, we have Tottenham in the next round of the Carabao Cup. So another Big 6 club in the Carabao Cup we'll look to chase down there as well. I will see y'all for that tomorrow. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.